Welcome to the Daily Devo. My name is Diana. Today we are talking about Psalm 133. We are looking at the Psalms of Ascent. They're the songs and the prayers that the people of God would pray and sing as they made their journey to Jerusalem for those yearly feasts. And we're learning about the prayers and the perspectives that shaped their journey and prepared their hearts. Today, we're looking at Psalm 133. But before we do, how would you finish this sentence? How good and pleasant it is when God's people fill in the blank. Or how about this? If you are a parent, how would you answer this sentence? How good and pleasant it is when my children, right? Maybe you would say when my children get along, when they pick up their room, when they smile, when they put the dishes away. Now, with that in mind, let's listen to today's psalm. It's found in Psalm 133. It says, how good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. It is like precious oil poured on the head, running down the beard, running down on Aaron's beard, down the collar of his robe. It is also as if it is the dew of Hermon that was falling on Mount Zion. For there the Lord bestows his blessing, even life forevermore. How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. You see, let me help us understand this psalm. Verse 2, it's talking about the oil on Aaron's beard. That's a man from the Old Testament. And it's reminding us when Aaron was consecrated to God's appointed task. So what they're saying is the unity of God's people is like the blessing and the divine enablement that God gave Aaron for his God-given role. Do you see that? In verse 3, it goes on to talk about dew at Mount Zion, and that's reminding us of the blessing and nourishment that unity brings. You know, like dew, it helps plants and grow and flourish. The unity of God's people is like a nourishing blessing. Maybe this will help. Think about a group of people that you were united with and the impact that had. Maybe you had a group project at school or at work. And if you're not united, everyone is pulling in different directions. They're doing different amounts of work with different goals. Whereas if you were all united and working together, you're working together towards the same goal. Do you see the difference? Think about a time maybe in your life it was a missions trip, a Bible study, a team that you were on, a family that you've been a part of, where unity has been present. It's a really beautiful thing to belong to and to contribute to, isn't it? Well, today's psalm is saying how good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. Differences are welcome, but you're united with the same goal and the same focus of who God is and what he's done for us and what his heart is in the world. So I want to invite you, spend some time praying for unity in your church and in your community. Maybe today you can spend some time talking with God about your unique role in unity. Have you been causing some division or have you been supporting unity? And maybe even spend some time praying for the global church at large, that we would be united in a way that would thrill God's heart. Think about these things today, and we'll see you next time.